All right, section 6, multiply matrices. Here we go. Some of you already know this, which is good. If you don't, just make sure you got it after I'm done. How do you multiply two matrices together? Do they have to be the same exact dimensions like when you add and subtract? No, they don't. Could they be? Yes. Do they have to? No. What has to happen is up on the board. I have it to the left. I'll draw it up here, though. I'll put it up on the screen. Your matrix times another matrix. Here's what has to happen. Your dimensions here, I'll just write dimensions. I'll name them M by P because there's nothing inside. M by P. What does this other one have to be? Do you know? It has to be, some of you said it, has to be P by anything else. It doesn't matter. Okay? P by, we'll say MN. Alright, we'll say P by N. All that has to happen for you to multiply matrices is this, right here. The inner dimensions have to be the same. The number of, what does this P represent right here? The number of what? Columns. The number of columns here have to match the number of rows here. That's all that has to happen. These numbers here are insignificant. Well, they will be significant, but it doesn't matter what they are. Okay? So, what will our result be? We'll say equals blank. Equals a what type or what dimensions do you think it'll be? Whatever's left over. Okay? It'll be this and this right here. These are your result, M by N, the outer. So the inner dimensions have to be the same, and the outer will be your result.
Do they have to
dimensions. What's that?
Do M and N, they don't have to be the same?
They don't have to be the same. They could be anything. All that has to be the same is P and P, the inside dimensions. That's it. Okay? All right, now here's your result, M by N. Now look at letter A up here. It says state whether the product AB is defined. Can you do AB? That's what it's saying. Can you do AB? Well, look at A. A is a 4 by 3. B is a 3 by 2. Can you do it? Yes, because the inner dimensions are the same. All right, so yes. So we have to move to part 2. If it is, give the dimensions of AB. What's the dimensions of AB?
4 by 2.
All right, so the outer 4 by 2. 4 by 2 is the answer to letter A. Now let me say that. Let me ask this. AB you said is defined. What if I said is BA defined? What do you think?
No.
Is AB the same as BA?
No.
That's what I'm asking. I thought, isn't 2 times 3 the same as 3 times 2?
This is not that case.
Yeah. Yes. Not in this case.
True, not in this case. What I'm trying to tell you is matrices, the order matters. B times A is not the same as A times B. So what property doesn't hold here? If I said before A times B is B times A, you'd say yes, that's true. What property is that? Commutative. So what this means is commutative property does not hold. It isn't true for matrices. Okay? Just so you know that. All right, so BA is not defined. Oh, I get this a lot. Okay? If I said, is BA defined? People will put no solution. Not the right answer. That's not what I'm asking. That's not the question. Question isn't, is there a solution? The question is it defined? Right? So what you have to put is not defined. Okay? Don't tell me no solution because that's not what I'm asking. All right, so what about letter B up here? Can you do AB?
No.
No, look at the inner dimensions. 4, 3. You can't do it, so you stop here and you say not defined. All right? So you put that down. Not defined. Okay? This is what has to happen right here. Inner dimensions have to be the same. Any questions so far?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What if we say not undefined?
Yeah, I'll let that go. That's fine. Just don't say no solution. Okay? It's not the question. That's like saying, right, what's your weight? And you said, oh, I'm 5'9". Right? Not the question. All right. Yes or no? Yes, it is defined. What's the final answer? 5 by 2. Okay, let's do an actual problem here. Okay, we're going to do example 2. We're going to actually find the product. Okay? How do you find the product? That's what I'm going to teach you if you don't already know. If you do know, good. Let's do it together. All right, how do you multiply 2 matrices? I'm just going to put a big multiply sign here. You write them side by side. Okay? Write your matrices side by side. So how do you multiply 2 things together? You don't just pick numbers and say, okay, 1 times 5, 5. 4 times 7. No, that's not how you do this. How do you multiply matrices? You take your a row times a what?
Column.
Column. That's how you multiply matrices. Multiply. Multiply how? Row times a column. So here's what you want to do. The first matrix you have, circle all your rows. In this case, there's only 2 of them. Huh? In the second matrix, the next one, you circle all your columns. In this case, there's only 2. There could be 3. It could be 10. Doesn't matter. Circle them. Okay? All you have to do is this. What is our result matrix dimensions going to be? Okay, yeah, 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. I like to write it like this. 2 by 2, 2 by 2. These are the same. Good. My result, 2 by 2. Good. Okay, so I'm going to put a big one down here. You're going to put a little bit of work. You know it's a 2 by 2. You can put an equal sign because we're going to get a final answer over here. Let's put the work inside though. You guys know how to do this? Let's see. Here's how you multiply a matrix. You take the first row times the whole first column. How do you do that? Take the first element here times the first element here. I'm going to write it here. 1 times 5. What's next? Plus. Okay, so we're going to take this whole row times the column. So 1 times 5 plus what? The second one times the second one. 4 times 9. Get this process down. First one times first one plus second one times second one. Put it here. Let's do the next one. What do we do for this right here? Okay? You take the, where do you get it from? Because people, if I give a long one, which I will, people aren't sure where to put it. Well, think this. Where is this right here? This is the first row and second column. So that's what you multiply. You take the first row, second column, and it goes in the first row, second column. Okay? So we take the first one times the first one. Here we go. 1 times -7 plus what? Second one, yep. 4 times the second one, 6. Very easy to mess this up because people go real quick and just throw numbers in there. Real easy to mess it up. All right? Jessica, got a question? Oh, no. All right, next one. This is the second row, so let's take the second row here. Second row. First one times the first one. 3 times 5 plus second one, -2 times the second one, 9. Here we go. Last one. Last row, last column. 3 times -7. First one times first one. Plus last one, -2 times 6. There we go. Be nice and neat if you can. All right. Now, that was the hard part. Easy part, let's simplify. Here's how I do it. I do this. 1 times 5, which is 5 in my head. I'm thinking this is 5 plus, what's this? 36. 5 plus 36, 41. Do the second one. -7 plus 24 gives you 17. You don't have to do it in your head. You could type it in your calculator, okay? But I won't let you use graphing calculators for this stuff because the graphing calculator will do all of this work for you, which I don't want. I want you to use some brain power, okay? So you're going to need to get some little calculators if you can borrow somebody. I got a few, but all right, next one. 15 plus -18, which is -3. Next one, -21 plus -12. You just type that in if you need to. If you can't do it up here, that's okay. Which is -33. Final answer right here. There's your matrix. You just multiply 2 matrices together. Any questions right here? Okay. Let me get you to let's practice This one. Good. Practice that one quick. Go. No time to waste. Anybody borrow headphones off of me that didn't return them back yet? No? I'll take
How
them.
do we know what dimension the number is going to be?
How do you know
What the dimension the answer is going to be?
the outer dimensions? The outer two.
Oh,
So that's a 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Look at the outer ones. Anybody else have some headphones for me? I think I'm missing my black headphones here. Okay. And these three here. Okay. Thank you. Now these things get more complicated. I just gave you a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. I could give you more complicated ones, which I will, guaranteed. Alright, so go home and you practice how to multiply these together. You guys know I like to make my tests and quizzes just a little bit challenging, alright? So you can guarantee that these 2 by 2, I mean you'll see a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2, but you'll definitely see more. Now my little trick is circle the rows in the first one, circle the columns in the second one, and what it does is it just guides your thoughts. That's all it does. It guides you on what to multiply next. Okay? That's why I do it. Some people that don't write it, you lose numbers. You make mistakes. Easy to do. Alright, the answer is, I'll just put it up here. If you got it good, negative 12, negative 21, 7, and 9. If you got it good. If not, come see me. Alright? Give you some help. Alright? You guys have a good day.
I like it better than
Yo.
mine.